Dagi chunyen yipe sonam ki drola penchir sange jupar shok sange chudang soki choknam la jangchu bardu dakni kapsu chi dagi chunyen yipe sonam ki drola penchir sange jupar shok.
Yay, Dr. Kramer.
Cool.
We would, okay, someday we'd like to have a appearance by Ezra, okay?
Yeah,
And
we'll try. It's early for him, but we'll see what we can
his
do.
mom, okay? Uh, oh, yeah, it's still early, okay. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Term 12 starts here. We have 61 folio faces to do. We've done 58. We should have finished a long time ago. Uh, but what, Ben, what has your author done to us?
Uh, sorry, he decided. Oh boy, super echoey. Oh, that fixed it. Thank you. He decided it would be really cute right at the end to throw out a bunch of obscure concepts and practices that are not classically found in a lot of other texts that relate to the same material, which is the higher part of the middle way school.
Yeah, it seems like somehow he's trying to impress somebody. It's almost like Geshe Michael telling everybody how busy he is. And it's like he wants to show everybody how cool is Mahayana and how cool is the fourth school. And then he just keeps throwing out sometimes important concepts, well known. By the way, we're kind of in the results of the path. We're kind of in a list of the results of the path. And we should have finished this book 2 terms ago, but he keeps throwing out long lists of things, okay? And we have to make an author's decision about how much detail we give to our audience. He chose not to.
Mhm.
But if you put 10 pages of confusing lists at the end of a book, it's going to hurt your Western audience or your modern audience. So I suggest we meet him somewhere in between, you know. I suggest we footnote some of the more important lists, that he gives us. And I like what we did before, that you know, to put 5 pages of footnotes to explain a list is going to be weird. The book's going to look weird. So I would put it in italics in a section after, you know, when he says the 64 qualities of the Buddha's speech or something. If you want to put the 64 qualities, I suggest it flows in the text, or possibly you could do an appendix. Okay, so it's kind of up to you. I think in your text in the past we have put it into the text sometimes, and I think it might flow better. And we can definitely finish Ben's text this term no matter what. And then we go on to Geshe Yeshe Wangchuk's brilliant commentary to Master Dharmakirti's commentary on accurate perception, which is a 51-year project. Okay, Ezra can finish it. All right. Yeah, Ben's finished book is going to be about 300 pages. Okay. Books, by the way, which are already ready for publication. I mean, we just have to clean them up. Is Venerable Udpala's Emptiness Meditation, Adam's first volume of Clear Thinking, Sugeng's Dependence book, and Dr. Wu's All the Kinds of Karma and the Mind Only. So I have to say that after 4 years of hard work, or whatever, 3 or 4 years, we're starting to put out books. And it's going to be an exciting year for the mixed nuts. We could put out 5 more books this year. And it's kind of cool. So I think we have a very patient sponsor, and we should thank that sponsor for being patient for these years of work. But now the books will start pouring out, and we will have a library of great books coming out very soon this year. And it's not going to stop. Books will keep coming out now. Every year we'll have 3 or 4 books coming out. So I think it's the result of 3 or 4 years of hard work for everybody. I've never had a group of translators where nobody quit in my whole life. In 60 whatever years, 68 years, I never had a group of translators survive. And I have to say, you guys are cool. Okay. And our sponsor is cool.
And you're super cool.
I'm super sleepy. Okay. Here we go, Mr. Kramer. Stanley's gonna criticize you because we enjoy it.
Okay. Hlai Mickey Ngunche, Hlai Nawete, Shen Sem Shepete, Mune Je Jen Gite, Zutru Gite, Sak Se Gi Ngunche, De Ngunche Tru.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we got, yeah, we started this list, but we didn't finish it, okay?
Yeah.
This is a list of Ngunche Druk. What's that mean?
The 6 types of, I don't know, clairvoyance or
Yeah.
super senses.
Yeah, clairvoyance is okay. First one is called the clairvoyance of the eyes of a god, right? And then what's the day mean in each element of this list, Ben?
It means Ngunche.
Good. Yeah. So the clairvoyance of the eye of a god, and the same for the nose, for the ears of a god, and the same for reading other people's minds, and the same for remembering what came before, and the same for doing miracles, and the same for knowing that you've reached the end of all your impurities. Okay. And we thought it would be useful to, sometimes they are not what they seem. And it would be useful to get a commentary. So we started a commentary. It happens to be by Tsongkhapa. And we finished. And by the way, he doesn't do them in the same order. So I gave you numbers here, right?
Okay.
He goes 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so we're just going to go through, but I gave you the numbers in Tsongkhapa. Okay, we finished the clairvoyance of being able to do miracles. Okay, and it could be causing the earth to shake. It could be making many things into one, or making one thing into many, like that. Okay. And we're going to start here. Jum Dila. Okay, Stanley, you ready?
Okay, yes.
Yun Dila, Jupe, Jang Cheni, Ngun Par Shepe, Parchin Rabtu Topte, Zutru Gi Nampa Duma Nam Yam Sunyong War Jeto.
Cool.
Yeah. Yum Dila Chupe Chang Chen means Yum Dila Chupe Chang Chu Sam Ba Chen Bo. Okay. Great bodhisattvas who are practicing this mother, Prajnaparamita, right? Perfection of wisdom. Those great bodhisattvas who are practicing, he's quoting scripture to back up this kind of clairvoyance, which is the ability to do miracles. Okay. And he says, great bodhisattvas who practice emptiness, basically, they perfectly achieve a number shepe parchin. What's that?
A perfection of clairvoyance.
Yep. And they have the ability to experience. Nyamsu Nyongwa means experience, or to cause an experience of many different kinds of miracles. Okay, like flying in the sky, like walking through the earth, like walking through walls, stuff like that. Okay. Please continue.
Teni sa chambo di yang rabtu ayo war chete chik tu gyurne mangpor gyuro she so gom chungi tingen zen tang sherab che lakma nga lang jaro.
Yeah. When they do their miracles, this great earth actually trembles from the weight of their good karma, right? And Chiktagirne Mambagiro, that which was one becomes manifold, that which was manifold becomes one, okay?
Huh.
And Gomchungi Dingens in the Shirabche, they get a special concentration and wisdom which comes from these practices. I think what he's trying to say is that he's quoting scripture, and scripture says these are not just games, you know, these have implications for your focus and they have implications for your understanding of reality. The exercise of making miracles happen is a proof of emptiness and of meditation. So it's not just that we want to fly in the sky. These clairvoyances have a deeper implications for altering reality, altering samsara into enlightenment. You see? So
Yeah. What do you think he
then he
means?
says, go ahead.
What does he mean? One thing turns into many, many things turns into one. That somehow.
I think he's saying that you could, you know, turn one barrel of wine into 10 or something like that. I think. And then you could turn 10,000 demons into one mouse or something, you know.
Okay.
I think that's what he's saying. The point, though, that he makes here is that these practices are not just for show. These practices are
是为了展示，
these practices are meant to demonstrate that if you understand the pen, you can alter reality. You can fly in the sky. You can walk through walls because they're coming from you. In the end, they're coming from you. And you gain a kind of focus and you gain a kind of understanding of reality by practicing these kinds of miracle powers, okay? And he says, Flagma nga la ang jaro. What's that mean?
Oh, these and the five others you can think this way about.
Exactly correct. Yeah. So don't think those other kinds of miracle powers are just showing off or something like that. They are meant to demonstrate that we can conquer reality and we can make it the way we want, which is why we offer the mandala during the class. You know, we can make a perfect world if we get the proper focus and the proper understanding of emptiness. And that applies to all six of, is it six?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. So he says, I'm not going to repeat that for the other five, but you guys just please remember, these are not games. These are proving to people and to yourself that reality is coming from you. Therefore, you can fly. Therefore, you can do strange things in this life, okay? All right, number two. Stanley, you're still out.
Play nawe ngasheni jiktangi kam tamche na nepe dra chung mu dang chik shu chambo te par japate jepate de play nawe kam nam par dakpa milendepe pladang ma nika dra te sheso Milendepa ni suki samtangi dupala gyatso jingi shedo.
Okay. There's a little problems in here, but let's see.
Okay.
Fly Nawing Munshini. Okay. Miracle power of what?
The divine eye or something.
Nawa.
Ear.
Yeah.
Oh, the super ear. Sorry.
Yeah. Some kind of special hearing. Okay. Jigdengi Kam Tam Chena in all the planets. Okay. On all the planets. Nepe, which are there, the sounds which are on all planets, even the very minor sounds, chungu, or it could be the great ones, chiksha, on the other hand. Chiksha means the other part of a pair, okay? So it could be, on the other hand, some kind of major sound, okay? But you're able to hear all of them. So you're able to hear the sound of the planet creaking, and you're able to hear the sound of Ezra breathing in his sleep at the same time, okay? Chepate, de line nawe kam number tapan le number tapa mille de beslada. Something wrong here, okay? I don't know what this is supposed to be. We have to check this. Okay, fly nawe kam means the capacity of the ear of a god, right? Number Dagpa, which is pure. Milen Depa is beyond the abilities of a human. Okay, beyond the abilities of human. Fladang, oh, this should be me, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, you can also hear the sounds of both humans and those who are beyond humans, which means deities, okay? Meaning form realm and formless realm, okay? So he's quoting some book, which is probably some kind of Kanya book.
Could
Meaning
ladang man be ladang like lamayin? Could ma be short? Is it ever used as an
No,
abbreviation? Okay.
never, yeah.
Okay.
Shepani. Then he says, Milen Depani, when we say beyond humans, what we mean is
I think.
this book called Gyato Trin, The Clouds of Ocean, okay, says it refers to form realm, okay, Suki something, all right, form realm abilities to hear, okay, when it says beyond human. So it's a metaphor because it could be humans using it, but as a result, you would be a deity. You'd be a worldly deity, okay? Anyway, the point is, you can hear big sounds, you can hear tiny sounds, you can hear sounds as big as the planet, you can hear tiny little sounds, you can hear sounds that normally only humans hear, and you can hear sounds which form and formless realm gods hear, okay? Something like that. Okay, number 3. Tim, you want to try to criticize Kramer? It's fun.
Kansak Shangi Sem Shepe Ngusheni Sem Chen Shangi Sem De Chak Tang Chepa Dang Sokpe Chakpa Dang Drelwa Sok Shepar Chepa De Sem Chen Paro Tang Kansak Paro Ki Sem Gi Yang Dakpa Jitawa Shinduraptu Sheso.
Good job.
Cool. Kaza Shengi Sem Shaping Gunsheni. Translate that.
Let's see. The clairvoyance which sees the minds of other beings.
Good. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, where you can read other people's thoughts. Okay. Now, when you, by the way, I used to think there was a fail safe on reading other people's minds because you would go crazy if you really knew what they were thinking. When you see emptiness directly, you can read other people's minds for a whole day, and it's kind of disturbing, but it's also kind of beautiful. Okay. Semchen Shengi Sem, Durchatan Chepa. You can read the desire in other people's minds, okay? You can see how there's other people's minds are possessed of desire, but also the word sokpa, so he must be using some sutra, right? The word etc. means you can also read what? Chapadandel.
Oh, things. Things that people desire and that they want to be separated from, or they want to get away from.
Nope.
Oh,
Guess again.
What to take up and what to give up.
Nope. You can read chakra in a person's mind, but you can also read chapadandawa in other people's minds.
Desire for freedom.
Nope. You can read the minds of Aryas and enjoy seeing how they don't have normal desire, right? Okay.
Oh, you can see desire and you can see freedom of desire.
Yeah. Shepache. You can read good people's minds too. Okay. Pure
That's
people's
nice.
minds too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that person, Semjen Pardo Dankaza Pardo Sem. Why the two stems here? Is it a mistake? I'll let you think about it for a while.
Okay.
It's, by the way, it's not a mistake, but you have to understand why. I'll give you a clue, okay? Just to have fun with you. Like, start with Kongsak Paro. Just start with from there.
Okay. Well, right. I mean, I'm already not sure. I mean, so a Kangsak Paro, is this like a person who has gone beyond?
No, it means the other guy.
Okay. Oh, this means other people's minds, right?
Yeah, other people's minds.
With their own.
Yeah, with your own mind, you can read. Okay.
Correctly.
So it looks like the two stems is a mistake, but it's not. You're supposed to pause between the two. Okay. Paroki stem, other people's minds. Rangi semgi, with your mind, you can read them exactly as they are.
I'm sorry. Exactly. Semchem paro dan kansak paro.
Yeah, that's just like that's that's one of those sutra things like the Diamond Cutter Sutra. Kansak, Semchen, Sok. It's just synonyms. Okay, other beings, other people's minds. You can read it.
It's in a positive. It's not two things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably there's some commentary somewhere that says the first one is desire realm and the second one is form realm.
Okay.
But okay. Read this one, and Nick's gonna check you. Yay.
I apologize. Did we finish that sentence? We did, right? Did we finish?
Kind of. Yeah. By the way, he's I'm starting to think we should not translate this section. I'm starting to think I just want you to use it to translate the names properly. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I apologize for it appears to be heavily mixed up with some ancient sutra, which is confusing. Okay. But let's finish it because I have a principle that we should finish what we start. Okay.
And that's why I'm not sweating the end of that paragraph.
Yeah, but we'll do it again. Kaza, what it means to have the clairvoyance where you read another person's mind means you can read another person's mind, which is full of desire, and then etc. So he's quoting some text. You can also read another person's mind, which is free of desire. Okay, and when you do that, you are reading their minds precisely in the way that the other person is thinking. Okay, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Nick. Jump on him.
All right. Looking forward to this.
Okay, Daishin do. Daishin do. Duk sum dang drel den la sokpa nam la sung so. Ngu she di paro ki sem chung yang she kyang sem she sung su sung pa ni tang po jor we se na paro ki sem she pa chao nyambe pembe yino.
Yeah, he's quoting some other book, and it's difficult. Okay, they
Okay.
distribute. Okay, the Tuksum Dang Dao and Tuksum Dang Den. You can read.
Okay. Duksung Dang. Oh well, Duksung Dang. I mean, free of the
Yeah.
three sufferings and
The three poisons.
of the three poisons.
Yeah, the three critters at the middle of Sugeng's wheel of life. Okay. And then you can read whether a person is free of the three animals.
Okay, I see.
Or whether they are just very well possessed of the three animals. Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. And when we talk about reading other people's minds, okay, what the implication is that when you first try, Dumbo Jorwe Sena, when you first apply yourself to trying to read somebody's mind, you have to actually make some effort. You have to, it's not like their thoughts just pop in your head. You have to look at them and you have to think to yourself, okay, I'm going to focus and I'm going to try to figure out what they're thinking directly. I'm going to try to read their minds directly. But it's not spontaneous. There's some previous effort and intention to read their mind, okay? Pemba means when they say, when they talk about how you start off reading other people's minds, what's that meant to imply is that you have to apply yourself. It implies that you have to apply yourself to trying to read their mind in the early stages of developing this city, okay?
Okay.
Something like that. It's not just, boom, you can read their mind. You got to work on it.
Okay, so we can all start
Pemba
working.
Pemba means it. The wording implies that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. By the way, this book, Lecture 13, I think Tsongkhapa was 26 or 7 when he wrote. It's like 1,000 pages about the perfection of wisdom, and it's a little rough. It's known to be a little rough. Okay, it's like Stanley writing something in high school about the Heart Sutra or something. Okay, he was too young to do it, but he did it. Okay, here we go.
Ngune Jesu Drempe Nunsheni Rang Shengi Tse Rapaktu Nepa Jesu Drempar Jepate De Ngungi Ne Jesu Dremba Nushe Pe Kewa Chikyang Jesu Dreno Nidang Sumne Gyat Tongi Partu Yang Jesu Dreno Sheso Ma Nam Ngar Rangi Ma Nyongwa Jempar Mindudo.
Yeah, now these are just extra things to, it's like going to the dollar store with $100, you're going to be able to translate the names because you know what they refer to more precisely.
Okay.
Ngun name means previous situation.
Jesu.
Okay? Previous situation, previous circumstance. Jesu Jemba means which is able to pull up the facts about a previous circumstance. The name of the city, the name of the clairvoyance is the ability to pull up previous circumstances. And that's why I thought a commentary might be useful, okay? What it refers to is you can remember Rang and Shengi Tsero.
Oh.
That's
Mine and other people's past lives.
Yeah, the string. So tsera means, the whole string of your and other people's past lives. How many? Baktemepa,
Countless.
Oh.
countless past lives. Okay, so that's useful to know so that you don't translate this clairvoyance as the clairvoyance for pulling up previous situations. You see what I mean? It refers to being able to see the entire string of lives of yourself and other people. Okay, Jesu Jamba here doesn't mean recall. It means to look into the past. Okay, Te ngungi ne Jesu Jamba Ngumba Shepe. Now he's quoting some sutra again. He's backing up each statement he makes with some kind of sutra. And maybe you could find it, but maybe it's not worth it because we're probably not going to translate this.
Okay.
Because the book says, what does clairvoyance of pulling up the past refer to? You remember Kewachi.
Uh-huh.
Then you remember Kewanyi.
The
Then you
First
remember Kewasu.
second life.
Uh-huh.
We assume
Then
he's
you
counting
remember Kewa-
backwards and not from the beginning of time.
Yeah, then you remember Gya. Then you remember Tong.
100,000.
But what
Yeah,
isn't
okay.
it one and not first? Isn't it one and two and then three and then hundreds and then thousands? It's
Yeah,
not first, second, and third, right?
This name means all the way up to 100, all the way up to 1,000, all the way up to 1 billion.
You
Yeah.
probably couldn't translate it as first or one. You'd probably have to translate it as previous and the one before that and the one before that, because in English, first means the beginning, which we.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, okay, yeah. First going back, right? Yeah, okay. So he's quoting some book that says you start with one birth, you start with one previous life, then you get to 2 previous lives, then you get to 3 previous lives, then you get to 100
right.
previous lives, etc., etc. Now he makes a side comment about the beliefs of the Cheda Mawas.
Yeah. Right.
What's it say?
Um,
You can figure it out.
they do not believe that you can. That you can. They don't believe that you can have an experience of your past lives or someone
Of a
else's.
past life which rang Magnon.
Which you didn't experience.
Good, yeah. The Vaibhashika, the detail is Stanley School says you cannot remember a past life if it wasn't yours.
Okay.
If you weren't there, okay. That's an interesting comment. It's an interesting distinction. You can't recall a past life if you weren't there at the time. Okay.
I thought all Buddhist schools believed in past and future lives.
They do, but they're saying you can't see the details of a past life that you weren't involved with. Maybe you were on a different planet or something.
So they define you as somebody other than the stream of.
Rang means which you personally were not there to witness. You can't remember those lives.
You yourself.
That you lives where you were not physically present, you can never recall. With this clairvoyance, maybe when you get to be a Buddha or something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. You see, they're becoming clearer, right? So, this is where you read a page so that 3 words are more correct in your translation. You choose the names of those 6 clairvoyances more accurately because you spent a class reading the definitions. That's all.
Right. Totally.
Here we go.
Tsendir samten ngumpar du chepa te gom dople jungwa la ple miki ngushe ni. Chokchu semchen tamche gi chi po tang kewa dang de daki suk chok men ching tamche tong war tong par.
Okay, cool. same deer in this life, okay? Something ngumba du chepa. You work on your meditation skills, okay? Then gom tople chungwe. You get a divine eye, which has come from your meditation practice, okay? Okay, and what's that mean? Okay, what's that mean? Well, you can see the chiwa and the poa and the rikyawa of countless beings.
Yeah, the death, the moving on, and the rebirth.
Yeah, cool. And you can see whether they are born into circumstances where they have a beautiful physical body or a lousy physical body or a medium physical body. Okay.
Hi, yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then he quotes a scripture, okay? And I'm going to skip it.
Okay.
It just says the same thing, okay?
Okay.
But the next paragraph is important to do. Here we go. Ona,
Ona, di tang hla hle mik ni la ke par chi ye chena pak pe nga chi ni rimpa tar ngung ni le tang sen dir samten gom top le chung war sung pa tar lopun di kyang de jesu tang so.
good. You can translate the first sentence here.
Oh.
Take your time. Take your time and just relax and figure it out.
Okay.
Grandpa will have a coffee.
What is the previous one? The previous one and Laimic and the
Oh, yeah. We are
divine.
talking here about Saimik, right? Sorry.
Yeah, you see the problem. Yeah, I thought so too, but he says this and Laimic.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
That's my feeling.
Let's see what number one was.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it the deer?
Saimik. But we already did, what's that word?
I thought we were on the ear.
No, that was way back here.
Hmm.
Let me think. Okay, the first one. Okay. We had one already. Oh, yeah. Here's
Yeah?
one where we saw countless past and current lives, right?
Yes.
Did we cover Laimik already? No. See, we haven't covered Laimik yet.
Okay.
We
He
haven't
mentioned.
covered the eye of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He sort of
We
mentioned it
covered
in the
the.
previous paragraph.
Did he? I'm gonna search for it. Hang on. No, he has not mentioned it yet. He hasn't mentioned the word mik yet in this quotation. Okay. This is the
Okay.
first time. Okay. So he says, okay, let's go to divine eye, the eye of a God. And that's why I think it's useful to read a commentary, because that could mean so many things, right? The eye of a God, what's it
Okay.
mean?
But
Well,
this,
yeah.
This is him mentioning it though. I mean, we're in the second paragraph here. We're in Dehle Mik Nampar. Oh, I see. All right.
We're going to skip the days late, right? That's just the quotation, the backup quotation. Okay.
Right.
So isn't the deer the last one that he covered? Being able to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point, right? Yeah, maybe he should have said here, what's the difference between this one and Ngun Ne Jesu Jemba? That's what he should have said here. Maybe it's an error, Okay. I mean, maybe he should have said here, maybe he should have said here, Ngunne, was it? Yeah, Ngunne J September. Ngunne Jason Jumba. That would make more sense, you see?
Yeah.
Because as it is stands now, what you guys are having confusion about, which I wasn't even sensitive enough to catch, he's saying, the question he's saying here is, what's the difference between this and the eye of a god? But he's talking about the eye of a god. He should have said, what's the difference between this and remembering the past circumstances, which was number 4.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. And so it seems like maybe he should have said that. Okay. But anyway, if you read it, you're going to understand. Here we go.
Okay.
Nila kepa chiya. Well, what's the difference? Okay. If this eye of a god is to see the death, the moving on, and the rebirth of countless beings, how does that differ from looking back and seeing everyone's past lives? Why are these two separated? Why is remembering past circumstances different from the eye of a god if the purpose of both of them is to see people's past lives? Okay. Then how do they differ? And so Kappa is struggling to draw a distinction, okay? And that kind of proves his bravery, his spiritual bravery, commentarial bravery.
That's right. Yeah.
He asks these questions and other people don't ask these questions. He's like, well, how's that different from the one you just covered? Kepa Chia.
Right.
What's the difference? Well, Pakbe Nachi Rimbata Mungi Ledan Sindir something going to this Lopen, okay, the master we're working with in this book, who is who? Whose book did Tsongkhapa comment on in his huge 2-volume Lecce Serteng, right? String of golden eloquence. Okay. Whose book was he commenting on?
I really don't know. I'm going to say Arya Sangha because it's right at the time.
Yeah, it is. Okay. It's
Okay, good.
away.
Okay.
It's Tsongkhapa's commentary to the Gunto Gen.
Okay. That was an experienced blind guess.
Yeah, good. So this master follows the position that the difference is, okay, when you do it in this life, when you gain this ability in this life, due to your constant meditation practice, Samten Gom Topki, okay, that's climbing. And if you do it because you saw emptiness, okay, then it's a person seeing previous circumstances, okay? It's due to their previous karma, okay? All right, so he's saying the distinction between these two kinds of clairvoyance is whether you have it because of karma that you came into this life with, or abilities that you developed during this life. Same deal, okay? Got it?
Yeah, which one's which?
Yeah, which one's which? I was afraid you're gonna ask me that. He says up here, look, in this line here, he says, Gom Topki about Slai Mik, okay? Gom Topki about Slai Mik, okay?
So, I mean, either one would probably come from meditation, but you're taking that to mean in this life.
Yeah. It's developed in this life.
Okay.
It's the eye of a god. And then one which comes to you from your past karma, due to some great, blah, blah. That's that's number 4, the ability to see past times. Okay. And by the way, what's the implication when he says Lopen di kyang Jesubdrang? Jesubdrang means follow a position. Okay.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that he agrees.
No, it implies
That he's following someone else.
Asanga believes it. That's Asanga's take on the difference.
Right.
I'll say it to you in English. You ready?
Yeah.
That's Asanga's opinion.
Right. There are other opinions.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
maybe it's some kind of reference to that detailist problem, you know?
Well, it's uncomfortable, right? Because, you know, if you could have both of these at some point in your personal development, and then you go on to a next life, now the one that you got in this life would have been developed in the past life, and now do you have to develop it again?
Yeah.
Or now do you only have 5 of them because now you went to a past life, and now you have to call the one you developed in this life the one in the past life?
By the way, he then covers a position. He covers an alternate position that he doesn't accept.
All right.
He says, "Mite." Okay, I'm going to skip the next paragraph. Okay, somebody tries to give an opinion, some different opinion, and he says, "Mite." You know. Okay.
Yes. All right.
Forget that one. Okay. He says, "Ngamani rikso." Ngamani. There's another opinion, but ngamani rikso. What's that mean?
So yeah, I don't know.
It's the same
What's
logic. as
nama mean?
before.
Just like the one before.
What? No, ni is rikpa. This rikpa means correct.
Oh, but the earlier one is the right one.
Yeah, just the earlier one.
Okay, yeah.
Only the earlier opinion is correct. I say we skip the other two and just okay.
Okay.
That's the difference. Okay. If we smoke it, we can finish these 6. And by the way, this is why your text is taking so long.
Yeah, I know.
He
I
gives
know.
one sentence that takes 6 paragraphs. Okay?
Right. And
All
we're
right.
not, we've decided at this point, we're just going to use them to make an informed translation of the Tibetan terms.
You stated it perfectly.
Okay.
And I think in the mixed nuts level of accuracy, it's worth it to spend a whole class to get 6 words right. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
And
Yeah,
that's who we are. Yay. We're
Okay,
also very modest. Okay. Sakpa.
Sakpa sepe ngsheni chaksok nyamong pa dang sung zin tu tokpa she trip soki sapun pang pam pong war che pa te mi kiewa ngun du che pe ngun par she pe yeshe ngun par tukte nyentu ki sam rang sangye ki sarmi tung xing la me sok jang du ngum par zok par tsang ya war jao nyam pa ma tok pa chu sheng gala yang mum par mi je to.
Okay, good. The second paragraph is mostly whatever book he's quoting. It's probably a sangha actually. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, I think these 6 are. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Sapa sepe ngunsheni. What does it mean? This is Stanley Sakche Sakme.
Oh, awareness of that which is stained and unstained.
Sepa.
Awareness of the diminishing of stain.
Yeah, the end of all impurity.
Yeah.
The clairvoyance of the end of all impurity. And this is an Abhidharma idea. Okay. It's like one of their highest goals. It's the direct insight into the fact that you have reached the final goal, really. Okay. Okay. Here's the definition of it. Chakso nyomomba. Okay. Pang. Okay. Saben pang. You got rid of the seed for all the mental afflictions, okay, desire, etc. You also got rid of the shiddips, okay, which means what? Shiddip.
Obstacles to omniscience.
Yeah, in which you would misunderstand Soma and Zimba.
Oh, here, yeah. Now, now what to take up and what to give up?
Nope.
Song and Zin.
It's in the Vajrayogini practice.
Oh, yeah, the grasper and what's grasp. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are the elements of knowing that you have finished off your impurities. Okay. You get rid of the seeds of your mental afflictions, and you also get rid of the obstacles to omniscience, where you are still imagining that there are independent subjects. And this is, by the way, in the 6 flavors of emptiness, which school is emphasizes Sung Jin? Zhe Chik. Sung Jin Zhe Chik.
Mind only.
Yeah, mind only school. What's it mean? Stanley, show me with your hand, your arm. Yeah, okay, good. This is the DCI way. We show it, the seed is down here. And then Stanley, what's the classic thing these two represent?
You and your partner in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, right? So mind only school, you yelled at the kids, da, 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 da. And then you created your partner in the kitchen, and you created you in the kitchen to yell at each other. But they're really Sung Jin Zhe Chik. They both come from one seed. They're both coming from one mental seed, okay? They're both coming from you. Okay, so if you overcome that deep seeds for that, you have reached Sakpa Sepa, okay? Winshing, okay? Yeah, that's all you need to know. The rest he just quoted, okay?
Okay.
Then he goes on to a discussion of where you find these 6. What levels of the desire realm, form realm, formless realm can you find these 6? Okay, we're gonna skip that. Okay. Yay, we finished one sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we finally finished a sentence that we did last term.
Yeah. But now you understand the 6, right?
Well, sort of. Yeah, better. Now I can translate those words, maybe.
Yeah. We stop here, right, Nick?
True.
Yeah, that's time. That's time.
Okay. I'm sorry we're going so slow, but I think, I always wondered what the difference between the 6 was. So,
I'm fine.
okay. By the way, we're going to get another one. Now we're going to have the 5 eyes. We're going on to the 5 eyeballs. And he's
Sure.
going to repeat a Slai Chen, which is somehow different from Slai Mi. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's useful to know. Okay. All right. Let's Sashi.
Sashi Puki Jukshin Metok Dram Rira Blingshin Yende Gempadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Rokon Namdak Shingla Druparsho Irang Guru Rana Mandala Kaniryatayami Gewadi Gewokun Sanam Yeshe Tok Shing Sanam Yeshe Le Chongwe Tampar Kuni Topar Sho.
Yay.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you. By the way, Tim, I'm working on your ACI schedule stuff today, okay?
Cool, great. If you have any questions, I'll be around all day if you'd like to reach out.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to finalize all that stuff. I did DCI yesterday. Okay.
All right, great.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay.
Thank you again.
See you guys.
Stay tuned
in
for a
the
yoga
evening.
class with